Hello guys, what's up? My name is Itai, I'm 22 and I've been hand balancing for almost 8 years now. And this is what I've learned from 8 years of hand balance. So what I want you to do is to really listen to this video because I'm going to talk about almost every topic there is in the hand balance and about programming, environment, drills, about mindset, about consistency, everything you need to know about the world of hand balancing. And today I really want to share almost all my value that I have to give you about the topic of hand balancing from what I've learned in almost practicing every day for the last 8 years. So I'm going to start with the first one, consistency. The reason I'm such a good hand balancer, the reason why people tells me, oh, you have such a good control in your handstand is because I was consistent. I was practicing almost every day. I'm not saying practice every day because this could be really dangerous for you if you practice every day, especially in the beginning. And till now, I'm not practicing every day. I think, again, it's quite dangerous if you do it all, like every day for hours. So I practice 5 to 6 times a week. Sometimes I did practice 7 times a week, but again, not recommending that. And practicing for hours. So the first one that you need to understand that handstand, you need consistency. It's not like a planche. It's not like doing a pull-ups or dips. You need to master it. You need your brain to remember because our brain is fucked up. Once you forget, once you wait 48 hours with handstand, your brain is just forgetting so many small cues and it's gonna make your handstand so much harder. So if you want and if you can, practice every day for a short amount of time. That's much better than practicing, I don't know, 2 times a week or 4 times a week. I don't really care. So again, the main reason I'm that good is because I was consistent. I was practicing almost every day. Again, if you have feeling sore or something like that, I wouldn't recommend. Let's talk about the fact that it's a skill. A lot of exercises in the handstand are combined with, it's like skill and strength. So you have 2 components. Imagine like you have a big bar that shows like the full exercise at the 100%. And if you have a lot of strength, you need less technique. So you can go 70% strength and 30% technique. The more technique you'll have, if your technique is, I don't know, 50%, then you're gonna need 50% strength. Let's go, for example, for the handstand push-up. If you just started doing the handstand push-up and your technique is fucking bad, you're gonna have like 70% strength and 30% technique, and the exercise is gonna be much harder. But once you are gonna progress and once you're gonna conquer the skill, once you're gonna do it over and over and over again, it's gonna be much easier. So the things about handstand, not like pull-ups, not like dips, not like planche, the more you practice the same move, the more reps you're gonna do in the same move, the better you're gonna get. So for example, if you are doing handstand push-ups and you really wanna get good at the handstand push-up, then first you need to understand what is the component that is missing. If it's balance or if it's strength. If it's balance, then you need to work more on your balance. But if it's strength, you need to work more on your strength. But again, the more reps you're gonna do in the handstand push-up, the easier the technique is going to be, the less strength you're gonna need, and the more beautiful it's gonna look. So a really important thing about the handstand is practice a lot of reps until you master a skill. Because again, planche, you can work 2 times a week and get fine results, a really good results even. But in a handstand, if you're gonna practice 2 times handstand push-ups, you're gonna see a really slow progress. So it's better to work full month on the handstand push-ups, trying it 5 times a week, like small attempts throughout the days. That's gonna make your progress much higher in the terms of mastering the movement, and then you can forget it for 2 months and do it again easily. So you need to master a skill and not think like it's a long way. It's not like you need to keep working on the same skills for years. You need to achieve it, you need to work on it directly, get it, and go to the other skill. Another thing I want to talk about is the mind-muscle connection or body awareness. A lot of mistake that many people have is they think that their shoulders are not good enough, which is maybe true, but again, when they talk about the straight handstand, when they talk about I don't know, doing a handstand push-up and the hips drops, doing press to handstand and they don't know how to pull the hips up, maybe because they don't have shoulder strength. So I'm telling you that most of the problems in this area comes from body awareness and comes from mind-muscle connection. So when we are standing up, it's really nice and easy to move stuff. But when we're upside down, you can barely breathe, especially when you're beginning. So moving the legs in the right position, trying to really pull the legs toward your stomach, maybe trying to do side flexion from side to side, controlling maybe doing some points or using your knees. It's so much harder when upside down. So a real thing that you need to understand is once you get the handstand, once you control the handstand, you can do 30, 40 seconds. The next goal, the next mission is to work hard on the mind-muscle connection of the legs, especially of the hips and shoulders. So try to try opening and closing and try to go to diamond shapes and try to every time give yourself new challenges that you want to achieve. I want to do the straddle to diamond to full. I want to land the tuck position. Every one of these skills, these basic skills, are going to help you improve this body awareness, mind-muscle connection, or many handstand balancers call it the handstand intelligence, the awareness of where your body at when you're upside down. So this is about mind-muscle connection. Please practice a lot with your legs. Move them. Try to play with different variations. The more variations you can do with your legs, the more shapes, the more movements you can do, the better the mind-muscle connection, the better the handstand, the better the control. Next thing, we're going to talk about mobility. If you see the best hand balancers in the world, the mobility is freaking amazing. They can do splits, both sides. They can open the shoulders much more than 180 degrees, yeah? They can go much farther. They have such a good back flexibility, lower back and thoracic spine flexibility. It's quite amazing to see. So when you want to progress in the hand balance world and you really want to be good at hand balancing, one of the main things you want to think about is your mobility, because mobility takes a long time to achieve. So it's not like I want to land a handstand push-up, I'm going to achieve it in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. Doing the splits can take you 3 years, but it's going to take you much little effort a day. So I would recommend, once you start working on your handstand, once you decided you really want to get good at it, practice mobility every day. Sometimes practice your shoulder mobility, sometimes practice your hip mobility, sometimes practice hamstring and back mobility. The mobility is the most important thing, one of the most important things in a handstand. And one thing I learned from many years of hand balancing, that you don't really want the passive flexibility, which means you don't want someone or just doing, that thing that where you put your hands on the box and just lean down. You don't want to do this kind of exercise. At least you don't want to depend on them. Instead, you want to work on your active flexibility. Things like taking a stick, for example. I'm going to take these sticks and really trying to work on your active. I'm holding a stick. Really work on your active mobility, using the muscles to bring up the stick. And these things are much more important than working on your passive flexibility. So everything you're going to do, you make sure you're going to work also on your active flexibility. I don't care if you can do a split on the floor, but your straddle in the handstand is like this. So really work on being able to use muscles in the new range of motion you're working on. Going next on video feedback. Video feedback is one of the most important things in your handstand journey. Myself, I picture every single set I do on my phone. I don't do it for social media. Honestly, I post only like 0.00001% of what I do to Instagram or to YouTube. The reason I do video is for instant feedback from me or from other people. When you learn, especially things like handstands or skills in general, you really want to make sure that your technique that you are doing is what you think. Because there is this thing where you think you're doing one thing, and then you watch the video and you see that you're doing a second thing. For example, you think like you're doing the biggest straddle in the handstand and you think it looks like this, and then you look at the film and it's like this, you know. Or doing the tuck handstand, and you think, oh, I finally got the tuck handstand. And you know, it looks like, you think like you're doing 90 degrees exactly, and then you look at the film and you're like, oh shit, I was just moving from my knees. So there's so many things that you can do with the things about video feedbacks that you can learn, that you can analyze, and also you can see progress. You can actually document your progress from day to day. It can give you motivation. You can use it to give other motivation. So every single set you're doing, just use your phone and make sure to see what you're doing at the end of the set, because filming and then doing nothing is just worthless. Perfect. The next thing I want to talk about is the technique. Many of us, they see athletes and they see this perfect technique. They see the straight line. People are doing the handstand push-ups, going in a straight line and getting back to that perfect line, and doing the one-arm handstand without moving at all, just moving from the wrist. And you know, you can't really go straight to this point. You really have to do a circle around to get to this point. You really need to practice years for that. And people who are going, for example, for the banana handstand, and they say, oh, it's not good enough, I have to get the perfect one, I have to get the straight one, I'm not doing the banana handstand ever, they're not going to progress. Other people that will see, oh, I need to learn the straight handstand, but I think it's just a matter of time, and they just do the banana handstand and work on some leg coordination, will get it much faster. People who do the handstand push-ups, I don't know, I use the handstand push-up a lot because it's a really nice skill that everyone can understand. But for example, people who are doing the handstand push-up and they go down and they go up in a banana shape, they're not doing it because they can do it perfect. It's because it takes time to perfect skills. It takes time to make it special. It makes time to make it a clean line. And a lot of it is about technique that your body will understand with time. Straight lines that comes usually with more strength of the shoulder. So when learning the handstand push-up, it's okay if you are going up or down in a banana shape at the beginning. But you should always, in your head, aim to this perfect form. But understand that it takes time, and don't be so obsessed on that perfect form. Being obsessed on that perfect form will make your progress so much slower, and it's going to make you demotivated. So don't do it. Techniques takes time. Don't think that technique first. No. Volume, form. Volume means do exercise a lot of time, then do some time focusing on form, and again, back to volume. Start doing a lot of reps, and again, check your form, try to make it more perfect. It's an endless, like, it's infinite. You can always make the skill look better. You can always make your reps look better. So don't get too obsessed. Drills. The things about handstands, especially when we go to skills like, I don't know, the one-arm handstand, learning such a big skill, it's such a big puzzle. Learning just by doing the one-arm handstand, you're going to get demotivated, you're going to get frustrated. Think of it like a big puzzle, okay? Like you're building this huge puzzle, 10,000 parts. And if you're going to think about, oh, now I need to get this part, and now I need to work on this part, and now I need to add maybe some legs coordination, and now maybe I need to add some shoulder understanding, and maybe some flexing in the abs, and maybe, oh, now the look is looking better. If I take all of these components and I'm just going to split them and do it one by one, I'm going to build the puzzle much faster. Because I can see that each time I'm adding a new piece to the puzzle and I see it connecting, I see I'm getting closer. I don't get demotivated. I don't try to do this puzzle in one go because it's going to take much longer. So when you go to skills like the one-arm handstand, when you go to the handstand push-up, you need to understand what are the components. For example, let's take the handstand push-up. The handstand push-up, you need a really good mobility of the shoulders. When you go up, you really need shoulder strength. So a lot of pike push-ups and handstand push-ups. You need to have a really good balance. So handstand holds. You really need to work on your slow control. So maybe do it with bend. So many different components that you can do with each one of them will be different exercise, and when you get them all, you can combine them all to build the perfect puzzle. The same thing goes with the one-arm handstand. If you do the side flexion drill and the shoulder drill and the side drill and the fingertips drill, and you just practice each one apart and you started to combine them together, this is much more useful. So please try different drills. Don't think of them like, oh, this is just one skill. Handstand push-up, I'm just gonna do handstand push-up, handstand push-up, handstand push-up until I get it. No. Oh, I'm trying the handstand push-up, but my shoulder is not strong enough. Yeah, maybe I should try to do some handstand push-ups with the wall. Oh, I'm doing the handstand push-up, but I keep falling backwards to my legs. Oh, so maybe I need to work more on my balance. I'm doing the handstand push-up, but every time my hips drops. Oh, maybe I don't have such a good control in my legs. All of these components, you need to work on them separately and combine them to one perfect move. Going up to environment. Wow, I have so much to talk about environments. Let me give you a story. I was in the army doing some shifts at the gym, and one of my friends told me that if I want to go to the SWAB in Madrid, it's a calisthenics event where all the strong people are competing. And at that time I was doing only the straddle planche, I think. And when I came to Madrid, I just did a full planche on my first try ever, because I was full of so many people that are doing the full planche. And it just normalized it, just made it so simple. I see so many people doing it, it seems so normal. So I just, hey, that's not that hard. And that created so much energy for me, and I was just achieving skills like no time, just by being in an environment that's much stronger than me. So again, it's like handstand. If you're the only one in the gym who's doing handstand, you'll feel super special, you'll feel like you're an alien. And you don't want this feeling, because when you get this feeling, maybe it's cool for a second. It's like, oh, I'm cooler than everyone, I'm doing something different than everyone, I'm not doing some, I don't know, bench press like everyone. I'm doing something that actually my own. But then, because you think like, oh, it's just me doing it, you're gonna think, oh, maybe it's super hard to do it, that's why other people are not doing it, and that's gonna make you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. Maybe, I'm not good enough, it's gonna make you feel like, oh, this shit is hard. Wow, if many people can do handstand, maybe like think about the one-arm handstand, this is fucking impossible. But if you're gonna go to an environment where everyone doing these handstands, this cool handstand, this one-arm handstands, you're gonna say, ah, this is so cool, this is so nice, everyone can do it, that's probably so easy. I'm gonna try it over and over again. And you're gonna see that mentally and physically you're much stronger. So find yourself people who do handstand, go to a park, find yourself people, find yourself, maybe go to some events of handstands, watch videos online that are gonna give you the motivation. Always find an environment that fits you. And it's super important. Don't train alone. Don't train alone. And if you need someone, you can take a coach, but don't train alone. Next thing is mindset. And it's really referred to the environment, because the better the environment, probably the better the mindset, because they're gonna pull you into a good mindset. Again, it depends on the environment, but usually handstands and calisthenics people, it's a really good environment. But the thing about mindset in a handstand world is that you need to understand that some days are gonna get better and some days are gonna get worse. You can't expect every day to be perfect. Some days you're gonna do 30-second hold one-arm handstand, and the other day you can hold only 5 seconds and you're gonna fall. And it's gonna mess your mind, and you're gonna say, oh, I'm not progressing, oh, what's happened to my body? But it's not like this. It's just so many components that you can think about it, like how I slept, how I ate, how I'm feeling, what's my mood, am I concentrated, am I not, what's the mood in the room. And the thing about mindset is I always like to see really good hand balancers on YouTube, or just watch them to see how easy it can be to watch, and how effortless it could be if you're doing it right. So always try to make your mindset believe that it's pretty normal to do a handstand. It's pretty normal to go to the one-arm handstand. And again, it all comes to environment. It all goes to believing and really telling yourself this is not hard, and really having the people to tell you that it's not hard. And again, the mindset is just going every day and trying it over and over and over and over again. Just seeing the small progress and not giving up. Mindset is probably a lot of, I don't know, consistency and understanding the video feedback and understanding that it's going to take a long time and understanding how to work on drills. It's an environment. It's going to combine so many things, but if you feel like you're not good enough, then you're not good enough. You really have to change the mindset, and you really have to understand that the better the mindset will be, the better that you, if you truly believe in yourself, the faster your journey will be and the more motivated you will be. Next, programming. Programming is also super important. I really love this part, talking about programming, because programming is super special in a handstand, especially in the handstand world, because planches you can do 3 sets, 5 sets. Handstand is mostly not like that. If you also going to take the best hand balancers, maybe they're going to do, say do 3 reps. Maybe they're going to say, yeah, do these skills 5 times, but it's not like that in the handstand world. Even they just did a lot of the attempts of different drills. I don't really believe all the workout is structured. So there's a lot of way to just enjoy the workout. But again, it's not completely true. It's not like you can, I'm just going to do whatever I want. No. So the best thing is to have a big titles of what you want to achieve. For example, I want to work on my tuck handstand, I want to work on leg shapes, and I want to work on my handstand holds. And these 2-3 parts are going to be the main focus of the workout. And it's mostly going to be on attempts and trying to be better than the last workout. But there is structure programming that is really important, which means working on the mobility at the beginning, at the end of the workout, working on shoulder stability at the beginning and or the end of the workout, some rotator cuffs, working on endurance of your handstand. So there are some sets that have to be in every handstand workout, almost every handstand workout. And the other things, it should be, I want to achieve this skill, and I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4 drills to work on these skills until I get it perfectly. Let's take an example. I want to learn the tuck handstand, okay? And I'm right now holding the handstand. I'm going to do straddle, full, diamond. How my handstand routine should look like. So again, I'm going to start with some mobility of the shoulder and mobility of the upper back, because again, tuck handstand, we're going to need a lot of mobility in the lower and upper back. So this will be the start of the workout. After that, we're going to do some shoulder stability, some rotator cuffs. After I feel warmed up, after I feel like my body is much open, like my body is much more flexible, I can try to do some drills of the tuck handstand. Not jumping straight to the tuck handstand. I can do tuck handstand with the wall, back to wall, chest to wall, back to wall. I can do the straddle tuck handstand, and after all these drills, I can do the tuck handstand. Again, it's going to take a lot of workouts. I finish working on the tuck handstand. I can play some with my handstand, try different stuff, and at the end of the workout, I'm going to do some mobility and stretching, and probably some strengthenings and endurance. So this is how, for example, this one skill should look like. Recovery. So there are so many injuries that can occur from the hand balance world, but it's quite safe world, especially if you are doing it right. One big one big thing that makes hand balances a lot of injuries is doing the internal rotation in the shoulder, and doing it without really a lot of warm up. Because external rotation is really stable for the shoulder, but if you're gonna go to internal rotation, for example in the Mexican you want to do the hollow back, or the one arm handstand and you want trying to do the figa and you want more range and you're trying to rotate the arm, stuff like that, you can really get yourself injured in the shoulder. Other than that, a lot of wrist injuries can occur if you're not strengthening them and if you're not mobilizing them almost every session. So I have a full video about mobilizing and strengthening the wrist before handstand workout, massaging and warming up the wrist properly. And can occur some elbow as golfers and elbow and tennis elbows because of overuse of your forearm. Also the extensors and the flexors. So I personally had some golfer's elbow not long ago. So you just really need to understand that if you're gonna get tired, most of the load is going to get to the tendons. So injuries that can occur is shoulder, elbow, and wrist. These three are the main injuries that can occur. So it's really important to strengthening your wrist, your shoulders, and your forearms before every workout and maybe after every workout. And about recovery, it's really good that if you're injured from a skill, you need to go back to doing the same skill. So for example, if I got injured from doing the one-arm handstand, I don't want to leave the skills behind and just go to the other arm. I really want to make sure that I can come back to the same position and do it consistently. It's going to take time, but if you have an injury and you want to recover, you need to do the same exercise in lower intensity. So for example, I just got injured from the tuck handstand, for example. I'm going to try to work on my thoracic spine a lot and until I can get it back and until I can get the tuck handstand back. Don't try to avoid the injury, try to face it once you have it. It's going to take time, but you shouldn't let injuries not heal from your body. It shouldn't happen. And lastly, handstand is a fun word. You should really have fun. It's one of the most important things in a handstand. That's why I'm doing it, because I love it. It's fun to just play. It's fun to just do it in the beach. It's fun to just do it with friends. It's fun to make new challenges. It shouldn't be also like progress structure. No, just do it have fun. Try to do whatever you like. Of course, now and then have your goals, but some of the workouts I'm just trying to have fun, just trying to enjoy, just trying to take my time, listening to some music, some fun music, and just taking my time, chilling it, and just truly having fun, because handstand can be fun. So these are probably most of the cues I have to give you from my journey of hand balancing. I have so many stuff that I can, talk about more, because it's infinite. But this is the special thing that I really want to give you some value and share my experience, because again, 8 years practicing almost every day. It's more than 2,000 days of 2,000 workouts. I have so many things to share. And I really hope that I did this in this video. So again, if I helped you, please subscribe, please like the video, please comment me down below what you think about what I said. I would really love your thoughts about it. And if you're searching for a coach, one-on-one, someone that will help you progress your handstand, especially if you have handstand and you really want to go to the next level, to the one-arm handstand, handstand push-ups, spike presses, this is perfect for me. I'm looking for athletes like you. So just write me a message on Instagram. This is my account. Just write me a message, DM me. I would like to talk with you, and let's talk. So I really hope this video helped you, and see you in the next video. Thank you for listening.